The latest trailer for Cyberpunk 2077 has teased that Nvidia's Geforce service will support the game come launch day on November 19th. Geforce Now is a streaming service for Nvidia which will allow PC gamers to play games without the need of a high-end PC. You can play on a number of devices including non-gaming laptops, tablets, and mobile devices. A recent trailer for the service also put a teaser trailer at the end of the video featuring Cyberpunk 2077, sharing it will be available on launch day. The service will of course require a steady and fast internet connection in order to play games. The service is similar to Microsoft's Project xCloud, however, doesn't currently provide any games for subscribers, and you will need to purchase games through places such as Steam before you can play them on supported devices. Currently, Geforce Now offers a free version allowing you to play for a limited time per day, and a paid option which gives more freedom in the number of hours you can play per day. The latest trailer has been released for the side-scroller action RPG Grime, a challenging title which puts you against foes using living weapons that possess mutated forms and functions to destroy them with. The video gives an overview of the game's combat mechanics, progression systems, and how to traverse the world. Grime has a challenging combat system which is all about timing, dodging, and parrying at the right moments, influenced by Souls-like combat mechanics and Metroidvania world design. Grime is also, as its name suggests, a dark and bizarre fantasy world full of strange-looking creatures and mutations. Players can use a humanoid black hole which is capable of absorbing enemies it comes in contact with, gaining their powers in the process and enabling the player to use them as an attack. Each enemy has a different effect. The black hole is not only a unique combat mechanic, but also grants players with useful tools to help them traverse the alien-like world. Grime is expected to release sometime in 2021 on PC via Steam. A new job listing has been posted on the Sucker Punch website, hinting that a Ghost of Tsushima sequel could be happening. The job post is looking for a narrative writer, specifically mentioning a desire to write stories set in feudal Japan, as well as knowledge of feudal Japanese history. These requirements do seem to point in the direction of a sequel or maybe more downloadable content. For now, there is no confirmation from the developer, but hopefully we'll be hearing more about the upcoming projects. Ghost of Tsushima will be releasing on PlayStation 5 next month, which will add frame rates up to 60 FPS, also having shorter loading times, and you'll be able to transfer your saves from PS4 to PS5. Ghost of Tsushima is currently available to play on PlayStation 4 and will be releasing on PlayStation 5 when it launches next month. The first raid for Ghost of Tsushima Legends, called The Tale of Io, will be available this October 30th. This raid will require a pre-made team of 4, meaning you won't be able to use matchmaking and will need to invite friends to form your group. The raid has 3 chapters and will require you to bring your A game when it comes to coordination and communication. Players will ideally need gear which is at least a key level 100 before taking on this challenge. In order to take part in the raid, Sucker Punch recommends finishing all the story missions first and replaying the story plus survival modes on a higher difficulty to gain higher gear. There is also more coming for Legends. Weekly challenges have been announced which will put 2-player story missions to the test. There will also be one 4-player survival mission featured each week with custom modifiers. Everyone who completes the missions as well as the bonus objectives will gain max level gear that will help you become raid ready. Ubisoft have announced that the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Season Pass will include a number of new story expansions including Ireland, Paris and Beowulf. Assassin's Creed Valhalla Seasons Pass will have 3 post-launch story expansion DLCs. The Season Pass is available on its own for $39.99 and is also included with the Gold Ultimate and Collector's Editions of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The Season Pass will include new stories that follow Ireland, Paris, and a DLC that focuses on the story of Beowulf. Previously, Ubisoft had unveiled that the Season Pass would include the legendary Beowulf, which is based on the Old English poem of the same name. It follows the take of a hero who fights monsters but eventually gets defeated by a dragon. The Legend of Beowulf will be the exclusive mission for the Season Pass content. Ubisoft had previously teased that the Season Pass would take players to new countries. Now we get new details that this will be Ireland, which is Wrath of the Druids, and one set in France, the Siege of Paris. There is also a post-launch roadmap which includes the Season Pass and free seasonal content that will be releasing over the course of the end of 2020, spring 2021, summer and fall. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will be releasing on November 10th on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC, as well as PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Pre-orders are now available and will include The Way of the Berserker additional mission. Darkest Dungeon 2 has been announced by developer Red Hook Studios to be releasing next year in early access on the Epic Game Store. This time the game will be in 3D, opposed to the 2D art style that was used in the first game, and was shared by the developer on a recent post on their website. There isn't too much to go on at the moment in terms of what the game will entail in the sequel, but we are teased with that the game will test your mettle and drive you to the brink of madness on the Epic Game Store page. Earlier this year, Red Hook shared that a sequel was underway, not divulging too much in the way of details, but did say that the combat system will be consistent with the first title, but will have a significant tune-up mechanically. Red Hook has also launched a Kickstarter for the Darkest Dungeon board game, which currently has less than 2 weeks to go and is already reaching way past the original goal of 300,000 USD within the first 35 minutes of going live. It's now surpassed 1.5 million in backing. Cold Symmetry announced that the Mortal Shell Free Rotten Autumn update would be releasing this week, which is the first content update for the game. The update released on October 22nd, adding a new mini-quest, 10 new skins, and an alternate soundtrack, and a powerful new photo editor. If you haven't picked up the Souls-like action RPG Mortal Shell, it is now 20% off on the PlayStation Store and Epic Game Store. Those on Xbox One can get the 20% discount on October 27th. The update focuses on Gorf and a gigantic amphibian who will provide a new mini-quest. If you manage to satisfy Gorf's requirements, you will gain some rewards such as 10 new shell shades. If that's not enough, the physical release of Mortal Shell is just around the corner, which features an exclusive fold-out poster and softback art book featuring some never-before-seen art. The physical editions will release on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in the United States on November 3rd, while in Europe on October 23rd for PlayStation 4 and PC, and Xbox One on October 30th. If you're interested to know what we thought of Mortal Shell, be sure to watch our Mortal Shell review. And don't forget to drop by the Mortal Shell Wiki for all your Mortal Shell needs. It's been almost a month since the free-to-play online action RPG Genshin Impact exploded onto the gaming scene, offering a game packed full of cute characters and addictive gacha systems, but if you thought the developer was anywhere near done with the game's current state, you'd be wrong. Recently, MiHoYo released a couple of surveys which were doled out to players, asking about some feedback in terms of what could be done better. It seems they have listened to some of these concerns from players. One of the major comments players have been very vocal about is the original resin system. Currently, players have a cap of 120 original resin, which regenerates slowly over time. In the next update, version 1.1, the cap will be increased from 120 to 160. That's a 40 resin increase. While this isn't a huge increase, it's good to know that they're listening to their community. Other improvements will include the filter system for artifacts and introducing a new item which will allow to set customizable waypoints. In other news, there will be a new event coming on October 27th. So far, there's little detail on what's involved, but the developer teases rewards for participating. Genshin Impact is currently available to play on PC, iOS, Android, and PlayStation 4. Don't forget to drop by our Fextralife Twitch channel as we've been playing the game on the regular. At the end of last year, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, the latest title from Dark Souls developer From Software, had won the Game of the Year award at TGA 2019. Previously, a new update was announced to be coming this October, but now is confirmed that the Sekiro Game of the Year version will be available worldwide and will be releasing on October 28th at 10 AM PT. A trailer has been released for the Game of the Year edition, previewing some of the additions that will be arriving next week as part of the free update for all who own the game. It includes a new boss challenge mode, player recordings, and unlockable skins. Players will have access to a new arena that will pit players against previous bosses, but with new challenges to face such as the Gauntlets of Strength. If you die, you will have to start over, making your way through the challenges all over again. Players will also be getting a number of new outfit options which will be coming to the update, including Tengu and the old Ashina Shinobi styles, which will be rewarded for completing gauntlets. A new player recording feature called Remnants is also coming, which allows players to record movements. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is available to play on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. The Game of the Year update will be coming to all platforms, and also the game will be coming to Stadia on October 28th. Well, that's it for the week in the wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.